chaminade. It was great. So what I feel would be appropriate is to do a little 7th inning stretch to give everybody a break. We are going to start the next phase of the festivities in about 5 minutes, or I'd ask if you could to come back here in about 5 minutes to give everybody a honor to introduce our athletic director, who had to deal with many years of Mr. Curran saying, "We need taller players, Mike." Which I find kind of ironic because I think the average height in this room is 6'4". It would be 6'6" if Billy and Andre were a little bit taller for baseball. But without further ado, please welcome Mr. Mike McDavid.
First off, I'd like to welcome the Curran family, all the nieces, nephews, cousins, godchildren, extended family. Thank you so much for coming. Joe and Sue, Claudia. And to all many alumni being back and helping us to contribute to Coach Curran. Thank you so much for coming back. As you know, Coach Curran was a very special man, and it was special to us because he made us special. Again, he made us feel special. And over the course of the 15 years that I've been working with Coach Curran and the wake and funeral, I've had the great pleasure of meeting many of you and hearing many of the stories. Some of them that stood out a little bit for me was Fran Leary, who's been his assistant basketball coach for the past 26 years. When one of his friends said to him, "I'm sorry for your loss of your friend," he said, "Coach Curran was more than a friend to me. He was a coach. He was coach." Or Joe Dunley, who was a student here at Molloy. When after visiting him up at the rehab center, we were walking out together. He said, "I didn't play on any of the teams. I wasn't good at the teams. But I went to camp and I played. He was my teacher in class. But I always felt like he was my coach." And Dr. Richard Westfall, on his induction into the Molloy Hall of Fame, he said that Coach Curran comes into your life whenever you need him, comes in and out of your life whenever you need him. But you always knew that when you needed him, he was there. And lastly, for Mark Gallagher, when he heard about his death, Mark said to me that Mr. Curran accomplished everything that a Christian man wanted to accomplish. And I think that is something up very, very well. Throughout the way to the funeral and all the different speakers that came up and talked and told stories, one thing that my wife said to me was that it's not enough just to quote Coach Curran, you have to quote in the Coach Curran voice. Okay? Which was collective. Every single person does it every single time. So it is absolute truth. And we all know that Coach Curran would hate us all coming together to pay tribute to him. But obviously that is the case, and it's something that is very, very important for us to do. And we thank you again for coming. At this point, I would like to introduce Kevin Joyce, class of 1969, one of the greatest players, played for Coach Curran, played as the greatest team we have had here, went on to play for the Olympic team and into the NBA, has been a loyal friend to Archbishop Roy, and most importantly, to Coach Curran.
Thanks, Mike. Thank Coach Curran for having us and having us here today. We appreciate it. Andrew, yeah. I'm not up comments, so
to, at this point, acknowledge Munir Avery, Senator Joe Adalo, and invite Edward, our Assemblyman Edward Braunstein, to the podium to say a few words. He has a legislative resolution that was sponsored by Senator Joe Adalo, presented to us. So, Assemblyman Edward Braunstein.
Thank you very much. I'm truly honored to be invited to speak here at this dedication. I'm a Molloy alumni and a former player. I played Coach Curran basketball in the late 90s. And like the community said, and Mr. Joyce alluded to, Coach Curran was more than just a coach. He was someone who was there if you ever needed anything. And just from my own experience, long after I was done playing, even after I graduated college, I was looking for work. And who do you call? You call Coach Curran. He takes out the big Rolodex, looks through it, and the next week I had 3 interviews. And 2 years later, I heard my people like pick up basketball. I needed a doctor. I called Coach Curran. A week later, he had me with his guy. I probably got cut a deal. And that's the kind of person Coach Curran was. And I'm sure everybody in this room is in that Rolodex. And if ever you need anything or I need anything, you just go to Coach Curran and he would hook us up together. So it was with that I felt that it was absolutely appropriate that at the state level we passed a resolution honoring Coach Curran. And of course, I called up my counterpart in the Senate, Joe Adamo, who's also a lawyer online. And we put it together. And I'll tell you, when I went around the assembly floor, I just went to the Queens members, but I went around the assembly floor asking people to sign on to the resolution. It wasn't, who's Coach Curran? It was everybody was like, I was waiting for somebody to put a resolution honoring Coach Curran. So it is my honor and pleasure to present this resolution to the school, whereby the state of New York represents a true legend and a distinguished man. Thank you very much.
Well, it's the home stretch now. Our principal, Brother Thomas, and I would like to make sure that everyone gets thanked. Thank you, Assemblyman Braunstein, Senator Adamo, who was here earlier today. Thank you, Munir Avery, from Assemblyman Michael Samander's office for being here. And thank you for everyone who made the journey out here today. I know people came from long and far. It's a hard time in spring to get together with other commitments, but we really sincerely appreciate you coming back to Molloy. And you always know that you're welcome here any day of the week. We're here for you, and we'd love to see you back anytime. Also, once again, the Curran family, it's been so wonderful to get to know you in the past month. All of the coaches, nieces and nephews, Andy, Gerard, Matt, nieces Dolly, and Mary, and their families and boys. It's been great having you to be part of the Molloy family. And we hope that we continue to be part of your family as well. Thank you to Kevin Joyce for his part in today's celebration. I know that there's been a lot of emotions flying around and such great stories, and I thank you for taking out the players for 6 decades. We appreciate that. So thank you, Kevin. This event would not be possible without the hard work of so many. Our alumni development director, Greg Martinez, earlier, the alumni center staff, Maria, Nancy, Joe, and Brother Patty, and our facility staff, led by Brian, Curran, and Peter, who have been here pretty much every day and every night at this time. So we really appreciate their hard work and dedication to the school. Our celebrating Father Patrick Flanagan, our campus minister Mike Germano, our assistant principal Mary Safford for organizing our liturgy. Jim Sheehan for holding us all together in song for his musical direction. And thank you to the varsity baseball team who gave a great effort today, as they always do. But I guess today wasn't their day. But next game, we're going to get it. Molloy every day, you see so many people demonstrating this kind of action on behalf of our students at Molloy. Our school is blessed to have so many coaches, teachers, administrators, guidance counselors who make a selfless commitment to teach the lessons that resonate inside and outside the classroom. And we're very proud of all of them, and I'm proud to work shoulder to shoulder with them as well. We're all here for one reason, to create an environment that inspires our students to look inside themselves to reach their own potential. Today, of course, we're here to give thanks to the man who embodies that commitment for his dedication over 55 years to get another record, Mr. Curran. So many words have been said, so many tributes have been made. I'd like to offer one more tribute before we get together for the reception. I'd like to draw your attention to the video screen.
The greatest coach in the history of New York City. And I'm not talking about high school. You throw all the pros and all the colleges. I truly believe the only one who stands near Coach Curran is Lou Carnesecca. These pro coaches, they have nothing on Jack Currran. He's a true legend. He's a treasure. He has meant more to this city for the people who understand sports in the city than any coach there has ever been or ever will be.
Teacher, mentor, and friend. This is the plaque that's going to be permanently installed in the gym. And the image of Coach is a photo mosaic comprised of all of you, his players. So thank you once again. This concludes this part of the afternoon. And I would like to invite everyone for drinks hors d'oeuvres in the library, in the corridor outside of the athletic office. I just want to highlight that inside the library at either end, we'll be playing 2 videos. One featuring Mike Quick's full tribute from MSU Varsity. And in the other room in the library, we have the Legends of Coaching video, which was shot here right in the Jack Currran Gymnasium in 2011. And we'd also like to thank all people this summer who worked again in the hot summer to refinish the floor, to upgrade the bleachers, and to make this